Hi guys, it is 12:18 p.m. on Wednesday, the 193rd day I'm doing this. Here's your daily dose of hope. And my heart's kind of pounding right now because I realized that there was a part of me that did not want to do a video today, but not because I didn't want to do it. I see how I'm shifting, and so there is turbulence, is how I'm thinking of it. And I watched a podcast, I think it was yesterday, and there's free music, like healing music. And I listened to the lullaby one, and it made me cry. So this is me walking the walk of it's okay. It's okay that that happened. It's okay to even say that. Because I do so much like work and intention that I see now when the blocks come. So I'm in a block right now, but I'm still talking, and that's why I'm doing it, because I'm doing my group and I'm seeing how in my mind and even in my nervous system it might feel like, oh, I was upset all day, right? But in reality, it was I released for a bit. And I know that if I had certain things, this would be exponentially easier. But I feel like that's my role, is to be like, hey, I just did dancing on this little mat in my living room, and it's just exciting for me to be the change. But believe it, I'm on that like rock climbing wall, like fighting it. But what I want to share is this idea that came to me of the privilege to pivot. My brain works in pictures and alliterations and everything. So the privilege to pivot means if you had plans to do something and the other, it didn't work, it didn't happen, you can tell yourself this is a privilege to pivot. So you can feel, disappointed, right? But you don't want that to take over your day. So for me, I had a scheduled Zoom call, and I was already having like a tough morning, but I really wanted to show up for that thing, right? So I just kept thinking, what else can I do to both honor how I'm feeling, but not let it dictate what I do? And right before the call, I did some dancing and I felt great. And then I saw that the call was canceled. That's not a big deal. But for me, it felt like, oh, this is like another door shut. That's how it felt. I'm not saying that's what it was. And my point is I was able to say, oh, okay. And my brain, I guess, works differently than other people. So it was not simple to pivot. But I was able to be like, go back to my journal and be like, okay, what time is it? Like, come back to now. And I had already started dancing. So I was like, well, I could continue dancing. And that's what I did. So I chose to dance. And I told myself, though, you have to stop after 20 minutes, because that's been my pattern in the past, is I find something I like and I just do it until I drop, and it's not recommended. But I realized, like, wow, like now I'm dancing and I'm processing, like my body's processing what just happened, and now I'm getting happy, like I'm feeling happier, and then that led to what's the next step. And I took a shower with a timer, like with the accommodations, And the fact is that the result was I stayed in the cold water longer than I ever have, right? So it's just cool to like see the snowball effect in real time. And another thing that happened was my brain does not work in linearly. So part of me is like, it's summer and I want to do all these things. But the reality is it's not summer yet. And so that was just another thing I posted about, like, and maybe it's just my brain, and if it is, you can just laugh at me, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, my brain has a hard time with, like, if today's Wednesday, it doesn't matter how much you want it to be Saturday. It's not going to be Saturday until it's Saturday, right? Like, you're not going to have, let's say, 6 months consistency working out until 6 months have passed. Like, certain things are out of our control. So anyway, as always, just sharing my story because I literally, I don't know if I said this, the reason I was struggling this morning is I woke up with a lot of pain, like physical pain. And it felt like, dang it, I'm doing all this stuff and now I'm in pain. But then I remembered there's always an emotional connection, and so yeah, I'm just kind of digging myself out of this hole. And ultimately I'm excited is the point, but I just wanted to say, because I could see in the past and I could see like other people where either you wake up and you don't feel good, or something happens and it throws you off course, like it truly throws you off. Remind yourself, I have the privilege of pivoting now, because what you end up doing is you take your power back, and especially if you're spending all your time like I am, like literally by myself, if I don't do it, it won't happen. So anyway, I don't know what I said, but I just want you guys to understand that there's always something you can do and you deserve to do that, and in my case, it's not calling, someone. But ultimately, this is a good thing because I'm ultimately strengthening the relationship with myself and sharing the struggle, because I think if you feel like it's okay to struggle, then you're going to take that step. But if you feel like, well, they're up here and I'm down here, and it's not okay to struggle, it should be easy or whatever. It's like, some days it might feel like a struggle, but it doesn't mean you don't deserve to do it. Okay. Remember, you are the sky. You were here yesterday. You're here today. You will be here tomorrow. And you deserve to be here every single day, even on the days that you struggle. Because I see how in the past I would externalize that permission to be happy. Like, oh, someone finally called me back, right? Or, oh, someone wants to hang out. Those things aren't bad. I'm not closed off to those things, but I'm seeing how it's imperative for me to not rely on those things or depend on those things in order to give myself permission to genuinely feel happy. And so today was just a really good lesson for me. And that being said, I have another Zoom at 1 that I'm looking forward to. And